Hi and welcome to GD3D's 3D Pathfinder YouTube channel.
Welcome back to part 2 of Geodesign with CityEngine. This is part of the companion tutorials associated with our book Geodesign, Urban Digital Twins and Futures, available at all good bookshops. Material for this session is available for download using the link provided below or via our book companion website. This tutorial requires that you have completed the first part, so I advise you to go and do that first if you haven't already. In this tutorial, we'll be looking at adding floors to our simple extruded volumes and using them to create reports which can be placed into a nice dashboard. As you will know, knowledge is power, and so understanding not just the visual impact of our mass models but also the potential floor areas can be important. Let's quickly take stock of our project, and I suggest you lock layers we will not be using like I have done here. I've also turned off layers that are not of use to me in this session. Moving around our simple extruded volume, you can see changes in its height based on what the polygons in our zoning layer are doing. Right, let's get straight into it. Open up our rule file that creates the extruded volume. You can use a shortcut here by clicking on the Start Rule link in the inspector, like I have done. The coding window opens up, and now we can adjust the size of the window to make it easier to type into. Type in this line of code on screen, which will split your extruded volumes into floors. The asterisk after it ensures your split repeats. You may want to pause here. If you want to see the splits visually, you will need to turn on the wireframe on shaded / textured. Here, click on the camera icon and follow me on screen. See, that works. And we can see the floor levels nicely as we move the polygon around. Now let's add some reporting to these floors. Type in the code exactly as you see it on screen. Again, I suggest you pause the video to help. Once completed, we can test it. With your polygon selected, click the Generate button and head over to the Inspector panel and scroll down and click on the Reports heading. Amazing, your model now has metrics. It might help at this time to create multiple buildings and place them in different locations or zones like I've done here. We can do better here. Let's report floor area by zoning area as well. Type the code as you see it on screen and again pause to help you to do this. Let's check our reporting and note under the Reports heading we have floor area categorized by zones. That's what the full stop does in our reports function in the code. I'm adding more polygons here to add more reports and to make it a little more interesting when we come to the dashboard. Dashboards are a great way to see metrics whilst looking at our planning scenarios. I would recommend a large screen or multiple monitors for this sort of thing really. Click on Window, then Dashboard, and you will see a new dashboard pane appear. We can rename this page, initial page. You can organise it all by pages. Here we're just going to call it Building Metrics. And then we're going to add a new card is the terminology here. You can already see it's thinking we want a bar chart and has given us a preview. Adjust the settings and add a title and click OK at the bottom of the pane here. Pause the video if required to see what settings I've used, but you can also experiment with it too. You get the option to position this card because you can create a page of charts here which display various reports from your code. Let's add some colour to our bar chart. Use the code you see on screen to do that. Amazing! Now you have a colourful dynamic bar chart reporting your models instantly. Lastly, let's add just a simple total gross floor area number to our dashboard. Watch carefully on screen and repeat what I've done. Well, that is it for Geodesign with CityEngine Part 2. Look out for Part 3, which will look at creating scenarios. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, like and subscribe.